Okay, beautiful people, how are you all doing today? I hope you people are doing well. So, let us talk about how much my first YouTube paycheck was. My first YouTube paycheck, I'm talking about how much YouTube paid me, like the first money I ever received from my YouTube channel, right, in Cameroon. Now, this may help you in one way or the other to teach you that sometimes you need patience to do certain things. And remember, I started YouTube solely because of two things. One, I didn't have a job at that period. Number two, also I needed to make some cash because I was looking for what to do. And also, I think after I started YouTube, it didn't take long, then I got a job. But the job was not enough, right? It wasn't enough to give me maybe to pay my rent and then feed me within that period and also get me some savings. That was around 2021. So now what happened? First thing first, I went online. I was looking for things to do that I can do my own knowledge and stuff. You understand? So I went online. I was searching how to make money, how to make money. Then I saw a video on how to make money on YouTube. This video was, I think it was a video from one Chinese man, a millionaire from China. He's on Facebook. Okay, Dan Lok. Yeah, that was a video from Dan Lok's channel. I watched the video. Dan Lok was saying how much he earned from a 2.5 million views video like that. Then I said, okay, let me check again. Now my main aim was looking for people from Nigeria, from Cameroon, from maybe from Africa, right? Then I saw a Cameroonian. He said the same thing. He elaborated. He talked on what and what and what. I said, okay, this is becoming interesting. I now decided that let me check Nigeria. Then I now saw so many people. Then the video that caught my attention was a video of Wandemaya because, of course, by that time I knew Wandemaya. I started watching videos. Then Wandemaya mentioned, said some things, said a lot of things, encouraged people, and I said, okay, let me see. That was how I started my YouTube channel. 2020, then I got monetized after 1 year, 2 months of intense work because it wasn't even easy. Now, when I got monetized, this is for my people from Bongo, my people from Cameroon, most especially, because if you look when you are monetized, right, or when your channel is up to standard to monetize it, I want to share some things for you. If you look on the list of countries that can monetize YouTube, you will not see it. However, this is one thing that so many people are capitalizing on, especially on Cameroonians, right? I saw one guy when he came to my class, when I was teaching some of my students, he was like, somebody told him that Cameroon cannot be monetized. I was like, yeah, I do understand why they are telling you that. Well, on that list, Cameroon is not there. But when you are eligible, once you reach your target, which is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, you have to go back to your YouTube studio and change your country from there to a different location. You can put Nigeria. I remember when I started, I put Nigeria, right? Yeah, you can change the location. Then when you change the location, you can now apply for monetization. There are other things involved, but I'm talking now based on the level if you're in Cameroon, right? Because I want to encourage people. But please, let me tell you something. If you are starting YouTube, please do not be lazy. Understand that YouTube is not for lazy people. YouTube is time consuming, it's draining, it needs hard work, but if you put in the hard work, you are going to succeed. I remember my sister was like, one time my sister was like, with this thing that you are always doing, you want to buy data, you want to go buy internet. What are you doing? Are you sure this thing will ever make money? I asked her a few days back and she was just laughing. I said, okay, so now, when I was monetized, I'm going to talk about other details, but let's go straight. When I was monetized in Cameroon, like I said, it was after like 1 year, 2 months on my first YouTube channel. My second channel is also monetized, but this is the third. So, when I was monetized, I didn't know what to do. Actually, I was always watching videos. Then I came across a Kenyan. She now said, if you are monetized, you have to go to this place, go here. Then that was how I followed the procedure. Basically, you have to go somewhere on your YouTube studio, you follow the processes, then you click the apply button. I think you have to click some buttons and said, oh, you are applying for monetization. They will ask you to link it to your Google AdSense. There is a lot. I'm going to come back with the videos later on, then we will talk about it, right? But first, let me explain this thing to you, because the target is how much I actually earned from my first video. So when I was monetized, the first month, I made $27. No, that was euros, 27 euros. I remember it was 27 euros. Then the second month, I made 38 euros. Now, how did this money accumulate? Remember, I was monetized towards the end of March. I think, no, the end of April. Then from May, the end of April, then in May, that was what I made, 27.6. I think 27.6 euros, thereabout. Then that was in May. Then the entire June, my channel generated like 37 euros. Then in July, my channel generated close to like 40. Now, if you sum all this money is going to give you, that's close, let's just say 40 plus 37, that's like 70 something. Then plus the other balance that I made is already above 70 euros. And my own channel, according to YouTube, according to what is there on the settings, if I make above 70 euros, YouTube is going to then pay me. Now, the reason why I didn't get paid for the first 2 months is because the money was not equivalent to 70 euros. So it accumulated. Then the fourth month, that was when I received the money, because YouTube pays every 22nd of each month. I think it's Facebook and YouTube. Yeah. So the money came the fourth month when I was monetized. Now, when the money came, I rushed to the bank because I waited, because YouTube said after 5 days, if you do not receive the money, ask your bank. After 5 days, I was like, what is happening? Because it was my first time. I was shocked. So what again? I was just watching videos. I didn't even know anything. So when I watched the videos, they said, oh, you have to open a bank account. You have to connect it. And Cameroon is not like Nigeria, where you will get, you can open a dollar account, you can open a euro account. No, in Cameroon, it's either you are doing your CFA account, or you are a very rich person who they can now allow you open a foreign account. For us, we can only open a CFA account. Even the account receiving my YouTube salary now in Cameroon is still a CFA account. So when I watched, they said open an account. That was what even made me open my account, my bank account I'm using currently. That was why. So when I opened the account, I came back. Then they said, oh, verify for accents to send, for your PIN to come to you. All of that I'm going to explain later on. I did the verification. Then when YouTube paid that money, I was shocked. The message came, I was shocked. I showed some people that this might not be true. But at the end of the day, 5 days I didn't receive. 6 days, 7 days, I went to the bank. They say, okay, if that's the thing too was very new to the bankers. Most of them don't even know. So I waited. Then on one afternoon like that, bim, I saw a message. The money has been credited in my bank. I rushed to my bank app. That was how I saw the money. That was what encouraged me to put in a lot of effort. And as I'm talking to you, my channel has generated over 10,000 euros. Yes, since it was monetized. I was monetized around 2021. From that time till date. That's because my niche, my education niche, is not a very powerful niche. You understand? To make money on YouTube depends on a lot of factors. The videos you upload matters. The location of the people watching your videos matters, because most of the people watching my videos are Africans, Nigerians, Cameroonians, Ugandans, Tanzanians. My videos do not go far. Okay, a few Filipinos and some people from India as well. So, like I said, the money you make matters. We are going to talk about this in subsequent videos, but this is how much that came to me. I think I received about 80 euros. By that time, it was a lot of money. That money was more than 56,000. I think something there about. I don't remember, but it was more than. I was happy. That was the first time, man, I received money online. I was like, what? Anyways, the main important thing here is for you to know that you need to be patient enough. You need to build, you need to grow, you need to learn to be patient. You need to understand that it's going to take you sleepless night. I remember there were some times I will wake up, then I'll upload videos so I can capitalize on data, because I used to upload videos for, if you buy data for 2,000, by that time, it would cost you like, I think 2,000 will give you just 2 gigabytes. That was what I was using. Okay, so I will now capitalize on the cheap data during the night, because we had one plan in Cameroon where you can wake up in the middle of the night and you use 200 francs to get 2 gigabytes. So I decided that, okay, when it's time, I will just edit my videos and keep maybe 1 or 2 or 3. Then during that night time, I will just activate the data and I leave it there. Once I put the videos, once it's uploading, I go back to sleep, then I put it in private. Yeah, trust me. You have to sacrifice a lot if you really want to do YouTube. You have to sacrifice a lot. I'm not even joking here. You have to sacrifice a lot. And I did that sacrifice and I'm grateful that it paid off. But again, we are still going. That is why we have to keep encouraging others. I have a lot of people who started YouTube and they gave up, unfortunately. So, guys, this is what happened. My first YouTube pay was around $80. I think $80 or 82 thereabout. I don't even remember. But again, we are going to be moving to other things when it comes to YouTube growth. It is a whole lot of things. Don't rush. Yeah, I see some people. Somebody was telling me he started automation YouTube and the thing is not going. It needs money to subscribe to some things she was telling me about. You do not have money. You cannot be investing or putting in effort in things that need money for you to invest. It doesn't work that way. So please do what you think you can go gradually. Yes, it's going to take you time and the niche also varies. When I look at, just that I'm not in Cameroon, when I look at Cameroon now, I see a lot of content that people are not utilizing. A lot of content in Cameroon that people are not utilizing. Yeah, a lot, a lot. I'm talking about a lot of content. And it's the same thing in Nigeria. When I will be sharing you some tips and some things that you can do to actually make this content, to put them on here, get them rolling, people watch, you gather the views, you gather the watch time, then you monetize them. And I hope this video also encourages you. And we meet again in another one. Don't worry, I will share every information here. And then remember, when you're starting a YouTube channel, you need to ask yourself, can I do this for the longest time? Is this something that I know? And I'm sure I'm going to be doing this for a very long time. I will leave you here for today. We talk again in another video. Bye.